I was 25 when this happened, and all I wanted was a cheap week at the beach with my friends. We split an Airbnb in Panama City Beach, Florida. 5 of us crammed into a little house, 3 blocks from the ocean. It had chipped tile floors, and a living room that smelled like sunscreen and salt and something a little sour under it, like wet towels that never really dried. We were loud. The first night, not crazy, but laughing too hard at dumb jokes, and playing songs on a Bluetooth speaker while we cooked frozen pizza. The front windows looked out to a skinny street with houses packed like books on a shelf. A woman walked by with a small white dog and stared at us through the glass longer than felt normal, then kept going. The living room had an air vent above the TV. It was cleaner than the others, newer. The screws looked like they'd been hand-tightened too hard, the paint scratched around them. I noticed it because a thin strip of light from the street hit it and showed a little camera lens-eyes glint. I told myself it was just the angle. We went to the beach the next day. The water was flat and bright. The sand squeaked under our feet. When we came back and opened the door, the place smelled like citrus cleaner. The trash we'd tied up to take out later was gone. None of us remembered asking for a mid-stay clean. There was a note on the counter in neat handwriting. Stopped by to freshen up. Sharon. That was the host's name. I checked the app. No message from her. That night, around 1 a.m., my friend Luis fell asleep on the couch with the TV on low. I sat at the table scrolling on my phone. That's when I heard a tiny sound above me. A tap. Like a fingernail on a desk. I looked at the vent. Another tap. Not regular. Not the AC clicking on and off. The air wasn't even blowing. "Do you hear that?" I asked. Luis mumbled and turned over. I stood on a chair. My shoulders felt tight. I held my phone light up to the vent and peered between the slats. Deep inside, behind the dust, something reflected back at me in a perfect little circle. Clear glass. A lens. My throat was suddenly too small. "Guys," I said, and my voice did this thin flip it does when I'm trying not to panic. "Guys, wake up." We pulled the couch away and put the chair under the vent. I unscrewed the cover with a coin while everyone watched. I remember thinking how stupid we were to be doing that at 1 in the morning in a strange house. When the cover came off, there it was. A small black square tucked into the duct on a little metal arm. A wire ran into the ceiling. It had a sticker on it with a serial number. I didn't recognize any brand name. I just recognized what it was. Lauren stepped back and covered her chest with her arms, even though she had a t-shirt on. "No, no, no," she said. Luis swore under his breath. I felt everything hot in my face, then cold. We checked the rest of the house. You move differently when you're searching for something that sees you. Your own breathing sounds too loud. The bathroom had a print of a sailboat on the wall, with a hole the size of a pea, in a shadow that was darker than a shadow should be. I lifted it off the hook, and there was a round black dot behind the canvas. The bedroom had a smoke detector that didn't match the one in the hallway. The living room lamp had a tiny pinhole. That looked like it was nothing until you crouched to the height of someone sitting on the couch, and then it aligned perfectly with where you'd sit. We covered what we could with t-shirts and a dish towel. We decided to leave right away. We didn't even care about the money. When we opened the front door, a white van was parked halfway across the driveway, angled so the windshield faced the house. The engine was off. The windows were tinted black. My skin pulled tight over my arms. Luis said, "Hey!" Too loud into the night, his voice bouncing off the other houses. No movement from the van. The white dog from the night before barked from somewhere, and then stopped. We went back inside and locked the door. I messaged the host through the app. "There are cameras in the living room and bathroom." "That's illegal. We're leaving." She wrote back instantly. "There are no cameras inside. Only a door cam pointing outdoors for safety. Please do not accuse me of crimes." I sent her a photo of the vent camera. She didn't respond. We called the police. While we waited, the van's headlights flicked on, then off 10, on again. My heart stuttered every time. When the officers came, the van was gone. We showed them everything. They were angry on our behalf. They took the devices we'd found. They told us they'd write a report and contact Airbnb. We left for a cheap hotel at 3 a.m., carrying our bags like the house was on fire. That feeling of being watched didn't leave in the car. Every time a pair of headlights appeared in the rear view, my stomach flipped, and I imagined someone following us. No, did. We checked into the hotel and slept for 3 hours with the TV on. I dreamed I was underwater with my eyes open. We went back in daylight with an officer to grab the last of our stuff. The vent cover had been replaced with an older, dusty one. The little metal arm inside was gone. The bathroom sailboat print was back. And if there had been a hole, someone patched it, and the patch already looked dry. The lamp was gone. In its place was a different lamp. The host messaged us while we were still there. My cleaning crew said, "You vandalized my property and removed safety equipment. You will be charged." The officer read the message and said she should stop talking. We didn't hear anything for a while. Airbnb refunded us after a lot of arguing. The listing vanished, then came back under a different title and new host's profile picture. Same living room, same couch, same weird rug with the zigzag pattern. A month later, Lauren sent me a link to a local forum that a friend of hers was on. It was a thread about Beach House, peeping, and whether it was real. Someone had posted a bunch of still images of living rooms from around PCB. Our living room was there, a still from the angle of the vent. The 5 of us sitting at the table, laughing. You could see my profile, clear enough to know it was me. The text on the bottom of the image had a date and time and some letters. PCBMO7VENT003. We asked the forum mods to take it down. The thread was deleted. The account that posted it disappeared. We sent the screenshots to the officer's email. He didn't answer. Sometimes at night, I hear that faint tap in my own apartment, the AC settling or the fridge compressor end. I picture a black square somewhere deep in the wall, seeing through dust. I sleep with a white noise app louder than I used to, because I don't want to hear small noises anymore. I don't know what is worse, that someone watched us and we yell, I'll never know who, or that it would have kept going if we hadn't noticed that tiny glint of glass. Last week, the same house popped up on the app again. The photos were brighter. New throw pillows, same vent above the TV. I messaged the new host and wrote, "Is the AC nice and quiet?" He wrote back, "Silent, you won't hear a thing."